Hey, day 131. Sitting here doing some work today, and I got the nicest, most amazing message from one of my clients who said, "Hey, how do I renew? You know, I don't want to leave you." And I'm just honored to serve, right? I'm honored. I'm honored, and what I love about that is I'm not asking, right? So yesterday I had a one-on-one with one of my other mentors, friends, um, where we share ideas all the time, and he was saying that he had a client call that he was nervous about, and he was nervous about the retention. If he was going to keep this client, the client pays what we call in marketing the holy grail, right? Monthly recurring revenue. You sell a client once and they pay you over and over and over again. And so in my book, The $1 Million Equation, in the accelerators, right? Not the 9 steps to building your $1 million business, but I also include 3 bonus steps, right? And one of them is continuity income. So something that you sell one time and pays you over and over and over again, right? And so that's what we look for when we look for clients, somebody who's going to be there forever. So y'all know that I was the only female African American public utility owner in the nation. And for my telephone company, it was already monthly recurring revenue, right? So my deal was to make sure that every single customer stayed for life. So imagine, what would your business look like if every single customer was still paying you and still paying you monthly? Would your business look different? Hell yeah, it would, right? Hell yeah, it would. And it's so much easier. You don't have to get as many. Right? So that's my thing with network marketing businesses. If that's what you want to do, God bless. I have a client, Hazel. She's a rock star. She's like number 300 out of 100,000 agents. Like, she killed it last month and had 29 new people. Like, she is just a rock star, right? But here's my thing. In business, another one of those milestone moments is if you can get to $100,000, $10,000 a month for your income, right? And it's recurring, and I don't have to do anything, and it's passive, and passive ain't income. Income ain't passive. Okay, you have to start off with it being very active. You have to do a whole bunch of stuff to get to that $10,000 a month. So let's talk about that, right? So I did the math when they first came to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, in order for me to generate $10,000 per month, right, I would have to have at least 1,000 clients. Yeah, 1,000 in your downline. Well, with 1,000 clients in my telephone business, I was doing over $1 million. Same concept, right? Monthly recurring revenue. I only had to sell them once, and the rest of the time I had to just work on retention. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna do mine. I think I'm gonna do my way. So that's my thing, right? So in the telephone business, I had to do multiple things to keep them to stay for life. What is the retention, especially working with credit challenge customers? So they're not used to paying their bills. They don't like to pay their bills. They don't want to pay their bills. So I had to make it fun for them. So I did lots of things to work on retention. And I talk about it a whole chapter in the 3 R's of the $1 Million Equation. But I want you to think about how your retention is working in your business, right? Do you get nervous when it's time for renewal? Do you start to, oh gosh, this is really going to impact my income? Oh my goodness. So I took exactly what I did at the telephone company and I added it to my mastermind. So I ran a local mastermind in Las Vegas, Nevada for over 10 years with the same people paying me every single month. I still have 2 clients that are still with me from that have now paid me over 15 years. What would your business look like if you had people that were with you over 15 years, right? This is like iconic stuff. This is like what Ford is always looking for, Walmart is always looking for that customer loyalty. Those people who will be with you for life, and that retention, right? Not begging, but that renewal started way, way, way before our conversation today. Our renewal started when she came in and when she came into the program. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, right? What happens after people buy? Because that's when the real work starts. Most entrepreneurs, right, and those that are constantly having to replace clients and customers and patients, they think that the work is getting new all the time. And so after they get your money, then they're running out to get the next person's money, right? That's not how it works. Once I get your money, you come into the fold. You come into the family. You come into those that we just do whatever it takes to get you exactly what you need to get you to that goal. That's why they stayed with me for 10 years. That's why they never felt like they had everything that I got. Never. Why? Right? Well, because they never did, because I was constantly learning. I was constantly at my own mastermind. I was constantly speaking. I was constantly taking on new customers. Here's the other reason. A lot of times they'll have people at different levels in the same group. That's not what I did. When I had brand new people who needed to kind of work on their business before I put them in a group that had been with me 7 years working on their businesses, imagine what their business looked like after working with me 7 years. Exactly. So I can't put in a newbie. So I created other smaller masterminds for them, right? Other 6-week programs, other places where they could have a fast start, jump start, so that when they came to the mastermind, they wouldn't be confused, right? So I had a client, a partner that I worked with, that all they cared about is as long as the person could pay the $35,000 fee, they would let them in their high-level mastermind. Well, then guess what happens, right? When you're having conversations with people who have been there for years, and the new people go, yeah, what is MRR, right? The whole group goes, monthly recurring revenue. Excuse me, what is a KPI? Key performance indicator. It makes your top level people think, oh yeah, no. First of all, I don't want to be in the room with them. I don't want to be around them. It's time for me to go. Right? So, running groups, having people on monthly recurring revenue is perfect for the entrepreneur, right? But for the client, here's what happens, is that every time their credit card gets dinged, boom, or every time it's time to pay you, you almost have to resell them if you're not working on that retention from the moment they come in, right? If you are not. So you can grab my retention strategies in the $1 million equation. I talk to you about wowing welcome sequences, what happens every single month. I give you the examples of my $5 off coupon that I gave people if they paid their bill on time. I was like, congratulations, you understand how this works. Here's $5 off. And those that didn't pay on time, I said, dun, 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 dun. I know it was a little confusing, and it was probably my fault that we didn't explain it, right? Take the responsibility. It's probably my fault. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this $5 coupon for money off your next month's bill, right? So I just had $5 coupons just sitting on my desk. I would write the note, send it out. I did all of that with 1,500 clients, 2,000 clients. Didn't matter, right? It's making the commitment to retention and retaining, and not just focused on, oh, I got your money, that it's going to stay forever. Because the average person stays like 90 days. Yeah, 78 to 90 days. But they start getting antsy after like the third month. Like, what am I doing? What am I paying? Why am I paying this? Is this for me? Maybe this isn't for me. They start looking at their results. They start looking at what they've done. They start looking at, right? So If you are not paying attention to them showing up, them submitting their homework, them coming in to brag about their accomplishments, if you are not taking care of all of those things, you're going to be in trouble. So even at the telephone company, we allowed them to come in, spin the wheel, roll the dice. We put their pictures up on the wall. We sent it in the newsletter to everybody so that they knew our winners for the month, so that now people got FOMO. They wanted to come in and do it again and get their winning picture on the wall. Folks who had their pictures on our wall in our office would bring their friends by and say, "Ooh, girl, look at what a cute picture," because, you know, I'm a great photographer, so I'm going to get the right angle so that it cuts off, you know, unflattering things. But it's all of that put together, right? All of that put together that makes people stay. That makes people stay. So if you are not putting those pieces together and you don't have your retention down, of course, reach out, say, "Hey, Richelle, girl, I need to fix that." If people are not asking you when can they renew, if people aren't saying, "Hey, I just want to prepay for the year," if people aren't saying those things to you, then we should talk. All right. Hey, I love you for free. I'll see you tomorrow, of course, but today was all about monthly recurring revenue and how to keep customers for life. Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, just let me know, because I'm here for you, right? I'm here for you. All right. Mwah. Love you for free. I'll see you soon.